first recipe, I would like to make you some chicken pot pie. You can purchase this from the store. However, it's so much more nutrition when you buy it from make it yourself. I have about 6 large potatoes that I already boiled and let it cool. I boiled these with about 6 stalks of celery, which you can see in the bowl right here. They've already been diced. They're already cooked and they're tender. Next, you're also going to need some chicken. I went ahead and just bought some chicken that was already on sale and boiled it as well until it is all cooked. And I boiled that for about an hour with some onions that I already chopped. So now I have all my ingredients. They're already cooked and ready to go. To assemble it, what you do is, of course, you dice your potato in smaller chunks and you add that to your bowl. Next, you're going to go ahead and add your chicken, which I have about 5 to 6 cups here of chicken. I'm making a big chicken pot pie because I like to have leftovers for the next day. That is cooking on a budget to me. You make enough and then you can have it for lunch tomorrow, which I will show you later what I'm going to combine this with tomorrow. I went ahead and added the celery and the onions, and it smells really good already because all the ingredients are already cooked, so it saves you time. As you can see, it's beautiful, has a lot of color, and next we're going to put it in with the mixture. I always cheat. I added about 1.5 cups of the chicken broth that I saved from my chicken. I'm also saving the rest of my chicken broth for a soup that I'm making for tomorrow to eat with the leftovers that I'm going to have this evening. To thicken my sauce, I pour about 1 jar of already made gravy that you can purchase at any store. And if you need more, you can always do that. Pour it over. And you don't want it to be too wet because then what's going to happen, it's going to make your crust wet and it's not going to really have a crispiness at the bottom. You're also going to add about 12 ounces of frozen thawed peas and carrots. I've tried the ones in a can before and they became really, really mushy. And that's not really saving money when everything is so mushy that nobody wants to eat what you made for dinner. So I'm adding this to my mixture. And you'll kind of see when you are mixing if it's a little too dry or too wet. And I think I have the perfect consistency here of how I want to have my pot pie made. As you can tell, I went ahead and mixed it. I already have about a pinch of salt and pepper to your taste. Some people do not like to put salt at all. I just added about a pinch of salt and pepper to my mixture. And then you just mix it all up. And then, to save time, because we're all busy moms and we all have busy lives, I went ahead and purchased the already made pie crust. I usually like to make my own because it's more cost efficient. However, for today's demonstration, I went ahead and just put 2 at the bottom because I'm using a large casserole. Now just remember, you can decrease or increase as much as you want it to produce for your dinner. If you're having more people over and you need to feed the whole group, you can do that. However, I'm making this for 4 people for lunch and dinner. Also for dinner tonight and lunch tomorrow with my nice chicken soup that I'm making. So you're going to go ahead and pour all of this into your crust. Pour it on top. Just make sure that it's evened out. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and just put 1 of the crust on top of the casserole here. And you just unroll it. And place it on top. As you notice, I had some extras on my side, and you're just going to go ahead and flip that over. So it's not all covered, and this will let some of the steam come out, and it'll cook evenly. I cooked this at 350 for about an hour. depending how golden brown you want it on top. You can take an internal temperature if you want, at about 165 degrees to 180. 180 being chicken, it's on the safer side. However, all of the ingredients today that I poured into my casserole are already cooked. To show you what I do with my leftovers, I'm going to go ahead and bring you to my pot of soup that I'm preparing with the chicken broth that I had from the chicken that I put in my casserole. And it has a lot of flavors induced already because I cooked that with onions and salt and pepper. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the oven, warm up my oven, put this in the oven, and bring me to my chicken soup pot. Come on over and check out my chicken soup pot.